guaranteed rent, or guaranteed stress. You may be a landlord considering strategies to take the hassle out of self-managing your properties, due to your busy life handling a portfolio of many homes. Have you been seduced by the promise of a company or individual offering a guaranteed rent? Rent-to-rent, sometimes known as guaranteed rental schemes, are becoming increasingly common. But wait a second, what do they actually mean? To summarize, it's when you rent your property to a rent guarantee specialist, usually a limited company, who agree to pay you a fixed rent each month, and manages your property for you. They then relet the property, usually on a room-by-room basis. These agreements normally last up to 5 years. The rent-to-rent company takes the risk, and if there is a void, you should still get paid over the course of the agreement, even if the property is empty at times. Doesn't it sound fantastic? Well, perhaps not. For one, the rent guarantee company make their money on the price difference of what they pay you and what their tenants pay them, plus all utility bills. However, as a landlord, I would be worried in that, are these companies making much margin? With the big increases in utility bills, surely their margins are squeezed. On the other hand, if they are making a decent margin, then they must be paying below market rent. When you sign up, you're effectively giving up control of your rental property for a set period of time, and likely have no control if you wanted to get possession of the property back within 5 years. If the rent-to-rent company make a mistake with their paperwork and therefore become unable to issue a Section 21 notice, what then? You likely have a common law agreement with them, but they have an ASD with the end tenants who are covered by the Housing Act. Setting up a rent-to-rent business requires little to no experience, and there are a lot of courses teaching complete amateurs how to do this. This means working with people who have little or no money at stake, who could jeopardize your rental investment. Can you really afford to entrust your hard-earned money to someone who hasn't demonstrated their worth or has industry credibility? Instead, I would use a local agent to let and manage my property. When you select a respected local agent, you should ensure that they are licensed, experienced, and have a solid team behind them. They should be aware of the necessary certifications, what constitutes a good renter, and have access to tenancy deposit programs and similar resources. There is a cost, but this is tax deductible. You have more time to yourselves, potentially a higher market value rent, and have more control if you wanted your property back. There is currently unprecedented demand for rental properties, so it makes sense to let it directly to end tenants. Be sure to take these factors into account if you are approached by a rent-to-rent company, and please do subscribe to my property channel.